Please.
Excuse me, the class is supposed to start right now, right?
Jyoti madam. Jyoti madam. बोले क्या बोल रहे थे आप? श्रीनिधि?
Yes, I just said that is the class supposed to be now or?
एक बार मैडम को मैसेज कीजिए ना चैट में.
Okay.
डाउट है ना मैडम को चैट कीजिए.
Sorry, I can't hear you properly.
Srinidhi. Good evening, all of you. Srinidhi.
Good
I'm
evening,
sure.
sir.
Ivan. Srinidhi. How are you all?
Fine, sir.
Fine. आपका वीडियो बंद है?
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
So you are putting it on. Good. Okay. Now today we have to go for the methods of separation. देखिए कि नहीं? Today we'll go for the methods of separation of substances which are there in the mixture. How to separate? Clear? So for that, let us see what is the title given over there. Separating components. Yes. So this is the title. So had it been a heterogeneous kind of mixture, right? Heterogeneous, you are able to see two distinct faces, right? Okay. Two distinct faces. So we can easily separate by what, like for example, if suppose you find some black color particles in the rice, right? Uncooked rice. Then how we can separate that? We cannot separate by filtration, right? Now we can do hand picking. Likewise, if I want to separate the light particles of hulk from wheat. We'll knowing, what is that called as? Right? So those things we can separate with therefore some physical method. Or some kind of particles, solid particles are there in, let us say, what is it, for example, a material. Okay. What we can do? Just okay, now here. What is? Attendance. All are present, right? Right. Now, what is important over here? How to separate? Now, if I want to separate, for example, let us say some kind of solid particles in a particular material. Okay. Now, one is actually what soluble, another is insoluble. Like suppose I want to remove some mud particles from salt. How we can do it? We can filter it out, right? And then we can evaporate that salt solution. So one of the method, okay, is what? One method is evaporation. Okay, so impurities will actually get filtered out of the filter paper, and something which will come down will nothing but what will be called as filtrate, and we can separate. Okay, likewise, suppose if I'm having, there are two kinds of salts which can sublime, right, and salts which do not sublime. What is the meaning of sublimation? Directly to gas without converting into liquid state. So we can say it is nothing but what sublimation. But some salt, what they do, they actually don't sublime. So we use the process of what? Sublimation. Okay. So all those, for example, so what you'll do, this is suppose your book, both the pages have to be vacant, right? And here you write some method of preparation, separation, and here also some method of separation. Accordingly, we'll proceed, okay, with respect to your book. So what you'll do, both the pages have to be vacant. If one page is used, leave another page. We'll write down some answers in those, those pages, and go for the, let us see. Trinity, start drawing the diagram. Those who are there online, request you to draw the diagram along with me, okay? And I'll tell you which page the diagrams are there. So accordingly, you can try. Okay? Now, and both the pages you to leave. Vivan, दोनों पेज आपको vacant रखना.
ठीक है सर.
Right? Sanmitra, Anshul, did you get it? Any kind of doubt, please ask me. Who's staring on the paper? क्या हुआ? नहीं ये एक मिनट बताइए. गुड, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. सुनो, यहाँ पे क्या करना चाहिए? इसी यहाँ पे सेंटर में लिखिए, ये वाला टाइप, ठीक है? इधर भी लिख दिया चलेगा ना? यहाँ से आप लाइन बनाए सेंटर से 1 2 3 4 5 और फिर 6 methods of separation. ठीक है ना? I will be able to write today because of short. The lecture is short. तो 4 ही हम लोग प्रिपरेशन कर पाएंगे. नेक्स्ट टाइम, ठीक है? अगर सपोज आपको नहीं अकोमोडेट हुआ, नेक्स्ट पेज देखिए और इसके नीचे if possible, ठीक है? सेंटर में लिखिए. How I have written in center. When I write on the left hand side, आपको लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पेज मिलेगा. जब मैं सेंटर में बोर्ड के सेंटर में लिखूंगा, आपको रियली सेंटर को पेज मिलेगा. ठीक है? Especially when I tell you 2 pages, ठीक है? इसको बना लिया क्या सबने? नहीं ना? इसको इधर डायरेक्टली सेपरेटिंग नथिंग। फिर साथ है एक बुक के बाहर जाता है इधर, राइट? नथिंग टू वरी, इन द नेक्स्ट पेज में आपको नेक्स्ट पेज में आपको दे दूंगा। Srinidhi, done, Vivan, Sanmitra. क्या हुआ? दिख रहा है आप लोग को चिल्ड्रन? वहां से दिख रहा है? चित्र दिख रहा है ना? साइड वाला डायग्राम शायद नहीं दिख रहा। दिख रहा है अभी? Okay, let me explain. Okay, I've drawn, the diagrams, and I'll just show you first, children. When I लिखो, then I will give you which page these diagrams are there. In activities, you'll find these diagrams. Okay, nothing to worry. So you can draw later on also. Here. Now, let us understand the separating the components of a mixture. Here, normally when we talk about colloidal solution, okay, sometimes it becomes difficult for us to, separate the components in the colloidal solution, which is heterogeneous. Okay, so uske liye kya method hai? Suppose evaporation. Now you know very well the ink which we use contains some dyes. Yes or no? Where ink is what? A liquid solution, but dye is what? Solid in that. Now how to separate the dye from the solvent? What will do? Take a watch glass. उसमें थोड़ा सा ink drop डाल दो उसमें, particles or drops of ink. ये देखिए drops of ink. ठीक है? अब इसको क्या करेंगे children? यहाँ पे just will keep this watch glass over the beaker containing partially filled. It is partially filled with water, and then you heat it. What will happen? Due to the heat, the kinetic energy of water will increase. Particles will start vibrating. They will start creating a pressure here, and in the process, what happens? The forces will break, and this water will start boiling. And when it starts boiling, it will convert into vapors. The vapors will strike this bottom part of the watch glass. ये देखिए watch glass, small glass plate रहता है छोटा सा. ठीक है, उसके ऊपर हम लोगों ने ink रखा है, which is containing some dyes. क्या होगा? That solvent will evaporate. And थोड़े देर के बाद क्या होगा? What will happen? The dye will remain in the solid state. So we have separated the solvent from the dye by evaporation. So you want to separate, for example, the solvent from the dye or from the solute, you can separate by evaporation process. Like you want to actually remove salt from the C or C. That is a salt solution. What you can do? You can evaporate it. थोड़ी देर के बाद आपको salt दिखाई दे. This is also called crystallization in a way. But evaporation followed by crystallization. But this is going to be much easier and faster process because the solvent is highly volatile, but the ink, that dye is not volatile. Volatile means which escapes quickly. The solvent निकल जाएगा. Just for example, here, how it is getting dried up, a solvent निकल जाता है. और वो dye उस पे रहेगा. Of course, partly it actually what it's in the liquid form, तो हम लोग easily rub कर सकते. But I am getting solid particles on my finger. Remember this. ठीक है, तो आपका हाथ दिखेगा काला हो गया. Means solvent निकल गया. नहीं तो पूरा हाथ यहाँ पे what liquid also will be there. But I am not finding it wet. What it indicates that it contains solvent and solute. ये देखिए solute. समझ में आया? तो आप कोई भी colored ink डाल दीजिए यहाँ पे. For example, let us say green color marker पे ही. Okay. So if you want to separate that solvent, evaporate. In fact, here only it is evaporating. देखो. ये थोड़ी देर के बाद क्या होगा? Dry हो जाएगा. So maybe a solvent is alcohol. Alcohols are highly evaporable. Okay, that is volatile. We can say quickly escape. Something which quickly escapes. Okay, at room temperature, it is called volatile. Something which takes time or takes a higher temperature to evaporate, like water. Like you're going just having a glass of water and then you, sir, vanished. Has it happened with you? Like glass में पानी और आप पीने जा रहे हो और उड़ गया. कविश कैसा हुआ कभी? Kavish, sorry, right? No, that means it is non-volatile. Next one is what? Separating funnel. Now, suppose by chance you are having some, in water you find some kerosene oil mixed up. You are able to see the two phases. Again, अब उसको separate करना है. Now, how will you separate? One, आप क्या करेंगे? Special separating funnel मिलता है. I mean, in the chemistry lab you will find when you go to chemistry lab. You will put that particular kerosene and oil, okay, kerosene oil with water, okay. Kerosene दिखेगा ऊपर क्योंकि उसका density कम है और ये water का density यानी वो ज़्यादा heavy lighter है और water heavy है. तो आपको दो layer दिखाई देगा, which is called heterogeneous layer. ठीक है ना? देखो ध्यान से देखो. यहाँ पे stop करो, यहाँ पे रोक के रखते हैं दोनों. You take a receiver. One, Trinity. All of you be attentive. Okay? Sanmitra, don't draw anything. Listen to it carefully. You open this top cork. ऊपर का जो pressure release कीजिए थोड़ा सा. Because this kerosene oil is volatile. It starts, building up pressure. So sometimes due to vacuum, ये liquid नीचे नहीं आएगा. तो आपको थोड़ा loosen करना पड़ेगा stopper यहाँ पे. ये stopper है, ये stop cork. ठीक है ना? यहाँ फिर एक cover goods. Lid like, capping. Okay, now what is important over here? Open this. यहाँ पे small hole is there. तो ये जब actually rotate करेंगे, तो hole is exactly parallel to that particular, for example, yes, it will allow the liquid to flow down. So there's a hole. Okay, hole इधर दिखा रहे नहीं है, but it's there. Okay. The moment you open this top cork, okay, the liquid will come down from this hole. Which liquid? पहले जो denser liquid है, वो आ जाएगा. यहाँ तक आप जैसे you just go on and concentrate on this liquid which is coming down. तो क्या हो जाएगा? The liquid is coming down and you are actually what? Collecting water. Now the moment this particular kerosene comes till here, यहाँ तक आ गया almost. बंद कीजिए, stop करो. थोड़ा ऊपर तक रहने दीजिए. Water को थोड़ा सा ऊपर तक रहने. It should be slightly above. Completely don't actually allow water to come inside because along with that kerosene also may come. So just about say half, let us say for example ml, okay, liquid that is water should remain, and above it you will find kerosene. Clear? Now close it and then remove this receiver A. Then take receiver B. Receiver B में क्या करना चाहिए? Just open this top cork, okay? That liquid water and little amount of kerosene from the top that you collect. Yeah. That means there will be a small wastage. Okay, and when you ensure that, when you are sure that yes, that all the water molecules have been removed or particles have been removed and little amount of kerosene also is gone, this receiver B has to be rejected. Then take receiver C. उसमें पूरा kerosene देंगे. Okay, so this is completely water. This is water plus kerosene. This is kerosene. This you reject. इसको reject में throw कर दो. Water और kerosene separate with the help of separating funnel. तो मैं दो liquid which are actually what हम लोग evaporate भी नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, दोनों actually what चले जाएंगे साथ में. It might be actually a mixture of both the liquids. Then the third is sublimation. But sublimation means there are some salts which directly convert from solid to vapor. But there are certain salts which do not sublime. They might convert into liquid state or they remain in the solid state only. So I have got a mixture of ammonium chloride and sodium chloride, suppose. Ammonium chloride NH4Cl is a sublimable salt, whereas NaCl is what? Is non-sublimable, अपना जो नमक खाते, right? Or you just keep this particular, China dish, उसके ऊपर एक inverted funnel, you place it and keep the, plug that particular hole or that gap with the cotton plug. How we put some cotton plug over here during winter or some kind of infection in the ear, the same way here, plugging. Okay? Then you heat it. When you heat it, what will happen, children? This particular solid, ammonium chloride, okay, will start converting from solid to vapor. When they move, okay, this part is hotter, this part is cooler. What happens? Immediately they come and get condensed on this cooler part. यहाँ पे जाके चिपक जाएंगे. They will get stuck up over, which get condensed. They will convert from solid to vapor, but when they find a cooler surfaces, they will stick over there. Right? And then ये जो green particles मैंने जो बताया, वो सब suppose for example NaCl, तो यहाँ से पूरा green particles निकल जाएगा. कहाँ पे आ जाएंगे इधर? ठीक है, यहाँ पे आए. यहाँ पे भी उसको cooler surfaces. ये वाला जो part है इसमें NaCl यहाँ पे रहेगा. Non-sublimable. So non-sublimable has been separated from sublimable. Then you off this. Remove this funnel very carefully. Take a sharp instrument like knife. Okay, knife means a pen knife, you can say. और उसको scrap off करो. Sublimation problem. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Ivan, did you get it? Anshul, Sanmitra, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Diagrammatic, ये पूरा self-explanatory diagram से. Now the last one for today, because you have to draw the diagram also. Centrifugation. What is centrifugation, children? Centrifugation is nothing but what? You are having a mixture, a colloidal mixture, is spun very rapidly. Okay? जो mixture है ना, उसको spinning करते हैं very rapid. As you put, for example, some mixtures of, for example, fruits in the mixer, and then you on it, so blades can rotate and you get the juice, right? And the solid particles, like let us say the seeds come down, whereas the fruit particles they move up, right or wrong, because they're smaller. That way it happens, huh? So that is called centrifugation, rotating the mixture with a very high speed, either with the help of hand or with the help of some electricity, of course, with the, we can say the rotator. Now here, mixture is spun rapidly, and on the basis of the density, okay, the components can be separated. Means what? जिसका density कम रहेगा वो float करेगा. जिसका density ज़्यादा रहेगा वो नीचे आ जाएगा. Right ना? So for example, if suppose I want to separate from milk the cream, there are different kinds of milk, double tone, single tone, again, more fats, less fats. Okay, that way. So you are having a milk in the vessel, and there is a rotator over here, a pattern, either from bottom or top you can use. And then you must have seen that people make lassi. There's a directly they on the switch and finally the rotator starts. Yeah. So likewise, if suppose you're having a pattern from the below, just a crude way, you just mention it. Now when you rotate it with a very high speed, what happens? The green particles they come and become what? Come in the form of froth. Froth is lighter. They move up because it's lighter. आपको froth दिखाई देगा. Right? ये froth क्या है? Green. इसको स्किप ऑफ कर सकते हैं. फिल्टर मत कीजिए, स्किप ऑफ कर दीजिए. बिकॉज़ फिल्टर से क्या होगा कि क्रीम इतने छोटे रहते हैं, वो फिल्टर के थ्रू चले जाएंगे. आपको स्किप ऑफ करना है. Okay? And then नीचे मिल्क रहेगा without this particular thing. Okay? So that means rotator spinning with a very high speed. What happens? The lighter particles move up and the heavier particles move down. Likewise, for example, when you are drying the clothes in the washing machine, what happens? The spinning, the tub starts spinning, for example, the spinning in the sense, for example, the electricity is on. What happens? There are small holes, okay, in that particular washing machine tube, tub. And finally, what happens when they start rotating? What happens? These small holes allow the water to pass through, right? Or whatever water, the wet clothes, partially wet clothes are there. So what they do, they start giving out water very strongly. And the heavier clothes clothes, they actually what settle at the bottom. आपको देखिएगा, like clothes are intertwined. Why? Because they are denser and water has moved out, and the clothes have become 50% dried up over there. They are not for 100%, but let's say 75% according to the capacity of the washing machine to dry up. So that is something which is likewise. We also said scientifically, if I want to find out, for example, if some person has taken some drugs, how to separate the drug from the blood? Blood may chala gaya, dissolve over. So blood test lete and we come to know from the centrifugation, okay, what is the density of the blood over there, or if some denser particles are mixing, means drug is there. Then they analyze that. So we can separate the drug from the blood. Okay, likewise, if a person is having some infection, normally doctors what they advise, blood test, urine test. So they rotate that particular test tube containing blood or urine, and then with the help of that rotation, we come to know different components getting settled at the bottom or maybe remaining on the top. So if suppose, for example, you find some separation, that means there is some infection. If separation is not there, all the proteins, materials and all those things, components of the blood are proper with the normal percentage, then no infection. Everything is normal. So we come to know from blood test, and that is, for example, to find out any kind of disease, we actually what do blood test and urine test. That is being actually what tested with centrifugation. Okay, na? Yeah. For example, the centrifugation thing we do here. So just draw it, and then we'll go for the next. Somebody may have any doubt? Then we'll read it. Then we'll proceed further. Ivan, any doubt? Follow. Sublimation. Sublimation में क्या होता है चलिए, जैसा अभी ये सॉल्ट है, एक सॉल्ट सब्लिमेबल है और दूसरा नॉन सब्लिमेबल. ठीक है, अभी हीट करेंगे हम लोग. वो जो सब्लिमेबल सॉल्ट है उसका प्रॉपर्टी क्या है, डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम सॉलिड टू वेपर. But here when you find it is actually cooler part is actually coming over here. ठीक है, यानी कूलर सरफेस आ गया तो वहां पे जाके वो फिर से सॉलिडिफाई हो जाता है. Whereas non-sublimable salt, वो नीचे रहे. Solidify वो चिपक जाएगा ना वहां पे. वो जाके पहले गैस फॉर्म में रहेगा और जाके वहां पे चिपक जाएगा. Like suppose sometimes we must have seen chicken. Like pressure cooker, when this whistle blows from the vent comes out, what happens to the dal or to vegetables? They fly up, na, and they stick over there like a design. Have you ever seen? नहीं देखा कभी अभी ये देखा है कभी आपने? Sometimes you find, okay, or when you burn camphor का जो काला काला कलर का particles है, okay, from from the let us say from that diya, you will be seen black color particles, black smoke. तो वहां पे रहे, वो नीचे नहीं है. Camphor is sublimable है, naphthalene sublimable है. You must have seen the naphthalene balls, right? Yes. Which is a cockroach repellent. When you put it in the clothes, after some time what happens, it vanishes. But there's no liquid particle or stain. Why? You have converted it into what? Gas. So you only get the smell. Camphor हुआ, ammonium chloride हुआ, naphthalene हुआ. ठीक है? These are sublimable materials. बोलो. इधर. ये वाला. Kinetic energy increases. वो लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. Just show you. I mean, explain you how the things are. Srinidhi, are you writing?
So finish.
Good. Finish. Show me your book. Diagram बनाया आपने पूरा? कहाँ diagram बनाया? Good. Very fast. Excellent. Centrifugation, mixture is spun rapidly and on the basis of density difference or density, comma, okay, on the basis of, you can say for example, density difference if you want. Components can be separated. ठीक है ना? तो ये एक word extra लिख दीजिए, density difference. Okay? Or due to the difference in the densities. Now, should I give you the page number on which this diagrams are there? ये जो diagram है separating funnel का is given on page number 29, isn't it? Page number 29. ये जो diagram है ये भी page number 29 में दी है, right? ये जो diagram है ये वो on page number 30 दिख रहा है आपको? बस ये diagram मैंने खुद बनाया this time just to show you, just otherwise no need to for the diagram also. क्योंकि आपको मालूम है, like for example density यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए 3 और नीचे मिल, ठीक है? Washing machine का diagram I just showed you just to make you understand. Clothes are actually what going down, the water is coming out from the top. That is the way separation is done. Especially in drying stuff. Drying करते हैं तब ये कुछ while washing also we are using centrifugation. You have seen that washing machine making sound because of rotation, very high speed rotation. Divan ever written? ये सब डायग्राम चिल्ड्रन, ये देखो पेज नंबर 29 में है ये दो डायग्राम और ये पेज नंबर 30 पे है. When we do activities again we'll go for this क्योंकि ये जो पार्ट है is there in the notes plus activity, ठीक है? So homework will be to learn these parts. Next time I'll ask you here because today there's a shorter lecture, a kind of nano lecture we are having. Okay, earlier we had 1.5 hours lecture, but now a regular lecture will be 1 hour. But today it is 45 minutes. First lecture, right? बाद में आपका 1 घंटे का lecture होगा, but first lecture is 45 minutes. So I wanted to complete all 4, but नहीं होगा because it takes time. You also have to copy down, right? तो कुछ डाउट है आपको जुआन, कुछ भी डाउट मन में शंका नहीं. Okay. What is the time? Oh, 3 minutes only. Children, have you finished?
Yes.
Something finished कर लिया? Like, okay, then thank you. I thought of making you read so that क्या होगा we'll come to know. Anyway, next time we'll read. But you finish off today. Here, Srinidhi, reading part will be next time. Vivan, Sanmitra, right? Anshul.
Okay, sir.
Reading part I'm going to take because time is running out. Clear? So you complete कर लीजिए. Next time we'll discuss about the remaining part. So basically, when your school reopens, the teacher might give you some demonstration of these, sublimation or evaporation. आपको demonstrate कर देंगे शायद. At some schools they have chemistry lab or science lab. उसमें जाके batch by batch they show these things. Clear? So 9th में आपको ये experimental kind of thing you can have.
Sir, my school already started.
Started. Very good. So this they are good. They have shown you this part.
Not yet, sir. Today was the first day.
Acha, first day. Good. So you enjoyed today, isn't it? Okay. So, rainy season. Okay, now it's about to start. You'll enjoy more. Okay, सबका? Children, time is up. I think so. We'll stop over here. कितना लिखा होता है? Sublimation. So this diagram, which you take from page number 30, of course, 5 minutes you can have break. In the meantime, you can use it, but we have to run. Okay? So thank you very much. Next time we'll discuss about the remains. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.